Hola, muy buena gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Acá el DJ. Y en el día de hoy continuamos en el Honkai Star Rail. Ya directamente no me atrevo siquiera a decir qué número de video o capítulo, como le quieran llamar, es este. Pero bueno, seguimos por acá. Vamos a continuar con lo que es el Periplo por el paraíso de los inmortales. La estratagema del general. La estratagema del general. Bueno, muchachos, resumen. Estamos por acá, caímos acá. Nos dijeron los ladrones del estelarón que tenemos que venir por acá. Y bueno, en todo caso, spoilers, ya siempre les digo, están avisados. Ven el capítulo anterior, por si las dudas, que es donde empezamos toda esta misión. Así que bueno, vamos a continuar. Perfecto. A ver, no me acuerdo el nombre de los personajes, les pido perdón. Pero bueno, no estoy para nada acostumbrado al juego todavía.
To be in each other's company. The Skyfaring Commission has reserved rooms for you at the Petrichor Inn.
Ah, pues el coso.
When you finish your business
Por las dudas.
here, how about some tea together?
Estamos dando mucho molestia, parece reticente. Otra vez en un hotel tan pronto.
No. Though I'd appreciate it if you mentioned to Madame Yukong that you got a warm reception from me when you next see her. Better to be busy than idle, I suppose.
Bueno, quedamos básicamente con que íbamos a hacer la carnada, o al menos eso nos imaginamos nosotros. Bueno, estamos sin Danheng en este viaje, estamos con Welte en este caso. Así que bueno, a ver, llegamos por acá. Bueno, al hotel, a directo.
Well, here we are. I feel sleepy already.
Ok. El sol no se ha puesto. Pero bueno, ellos son horarios también.
Oh, what? But we've done a whole day's work. What's the sun playing at? It felt like we spent the whole day in the Palace of Astrum. Jokes aside, did you see Madame Yukong frown at us? I thought her guards were about to jump out of nowhere and throw us in jail.
Bueno, todos están hablando, nosotros acá.
I'd rather deal with monsters than these big shots.
¿Te escucharon?
I mean, not that Madame Yukong doesn't have her merits.
Bueno.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. But
Perfecto.
as her subordinate, I have to say that it's Madame Yukong's duty to keep her guard up. The Law Fu is facing a crisis, and as head of the Skyfaring Commission, she is responsible for the security of the Xianzhou's customs and borders. She's actually a very reasonable old girl in private.
Anciana. ¿Cómo?
They say that many years ago, Madame Yukong was an ace pilot in the Cloud Knights. She was a work hard, play harder type, known for her hot temper and incredible skill. Eventually, she became the head of the entire commission, which required her to learn patience and adopt a meticulous approach to her work. In any case, Madame Yukong instructed me to reserve the best rooms at the inn and have all your expenses covered.
Son hospitalarios.
She wants to extend the full courtesy of the Xianzhou so that all of you enjoy your stay to the fullest. She specifically mentioned that if you wish to buy anything at the inn, be it food or otherwise, just let the innkeeper know. The commission will cover the cost.
La cara de 7 de marzo. Da las gracias al ente de vuelta que nuestra parte, la comisión lo cubrirá. Bueno.
Why don't you go back yourself? Seeing as our hosts are so thoughtful, I guess we should help
ourselves.
A lo
nuestro igual, ¿no?
Right, Mr. Yang?
A ver.
We should focus on our objective first. Seeing as Helmmaster Yukong was extremely reluctant to get us involved, am I right to speculate that the Skyfaring Commission has some leads on the whereabouts of Kafka?
Exactly right. The suspect is extremely cunning. She encrypted her transmission and timed her communication. We couldn't pinpoint her exact location. But as cunning as she is, the Divination Commission has managed to find something.
¿Qué cosa? Ah.
Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed.
De la nada. Como muy raro estas cosas de los hologramas y no sé. Como que, qué sé yo. Algo especial en el mensaje, coordenadas y contarse. Escuché algo de ruido de la fondo mientras hablaba. También. Digamos.
Precisely. That's the sound of a device.
Which means what exactly? This is a starship. There are all kinds of devices making weird noises.
También es verdad.
Miss March, to the untrained ear, these noises may sound the same, but for the craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission, every machine has a different pitch and melody. The General sent for craftsmen, and they concluded that the sound came from the shipyard facilities in Stargazer Navalia. Now,
La reviven básicamente.
rest and prepare yourselves for the operation ahead. I look forward to seeing you in action.
Ok. Bueno. A ver, acá cuando está. A ver.
How can I help?
Recordé algo.
Oh, let's
No
hear
sé.
it.
Estaba yendo con el escenario.
How perceptive. Our wind, clouds, rain, and fog are all
Son
artificial.
artificiales.
The Realm Keeping Commission's weather pavilion manages the environmental conditions
¿Cómo se
here.
manejan acá entonces? ¿Cómo
If
llega el agua?
Kafka was holding an umbrella,
O sea,
that means she was in an area with artificial rainfall during the transmission. Still,
Bueno,
that
no sé.
doesn't help us much.
Muchas
The
dudas
ship
tengo,
is
la verdad.
huge, with changing conditions across various delves. I'm sure there were showers across many of them at the time. Impossible to say. It used to be that the Divination Commission could track the access history of all the delves. But with the
¿Tienen
arrival
agua?
of the Stellaron,
Esa es la gran pregunta que tengo.
messy. Some delves even had their entrance marked as the exit. If I were one of the Stellaron hunters, I'd be very happy to capitalize on all the chaos. It'd be harder to escape, but easier to blend in.
Nada. Ok. Bueno, hablar con nuestro equipo. A ver, muchachos, muchachada, banda.
It won't be easy to track down Kafka the Stellaron hunter.
Oh, let's let the Express know how we're doing.
Ok.
More importantly, let's see how Don Hung's doing. Ask him.
Vamos a mandarle mensaje, ¿no? Vayan a tren el mensaje. Bueno. ¿Estás bien? Vamos a decirle esto ahí directo. Bueno, no tenemos internet, no tenemos wifi, no tenemos conexión, no nos llegan los datos. Nada. Todo mal. Acá. No hace mucho el expreso. A ver. Cuidado. Está pasando por acá.
You've been standing here for half an hour. It's rare to see you like this. Are you worried about those two? Welt is with them. They should be fine.
Himiko, did you keep a copy of the Stellaron Hunter's transmission? Can I have a look?
¿Qué le pasa a esta hora?
Sure.
Ok. ¿Qué le pasa a esta hora? A ver.
Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a Stellaron burst occurred on the Lawfu.
Bueno, este es el mensaje que nos había enviado ya. Está viendo de vuelta.
What exactly are you Stellaron hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. It's simple. That Stellaron has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible.
Stop!
Do you know him?
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, he... If he's on the ship, then Welt, March, and him. Everyone is in grave danger.
Lo que soñó es, ¿no?
But
Recuerda lo que soñó.
Is he connected to that past you want to escape?
I can't leave them down there. It's just... I'm afraid my burden has finally caught up with me. And that everyone is about to be drawn in.
Is there anyone who doesn't carry around a past burden? She may not remember it, but even a girl as carefree as March has hers. We tread on a path that is hidden from us. The things we see and the trails we blaze all become our baggage. They weigh us down, but they also give us strength to continue the journey. Try not to dwell on it, Dan Heng. The Express spends 7 standard days at each stop. Its passengers are allowed to do as they deem fit during that time. Pom-Pom and I are more than capable of looking after the Express.
Ok.
If there's
Entonces,
something you've got to do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line.
bueno. Nos va a acompañar, parece que se une.
And you'll come back
Bueno.
and travel with us once this is all over, right?
Claro. Ok. Bueno. Ok, estamos con Dan Heng. O sea... A ver.
If there's something you've got to do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line.
Ok, Pom Pom, ¿algo que agregar?
You want to disembark, Dan Heng? Changed your mind?
Sí.
Well then, Pom Pom wishes you the best of luck. Make sure you return before the Express departs. And bring Pom Pom back some local specialties?
Ok. Bueno, parece ser que vamos a... Va. Mejor dicho, vamos, no, porque... qué sé yo. Bueno, va a acompañarnos por acá. ¿Dónde están? Vayan a tener de mensaje. Ok, no hay internet, no hay wifi, no hay conexión. Anda mal el 4G, nos está robando la compañía de teléfono que tengamos. No se puede evitar. Ok, estamos jugando solo con Ángel. ¿Esto qué es? Ok, no. A ver. ¿A dónde vamos? Para acá, imagino. Ok. Un enemigo. ¿Lo podemos sortear? Claro que sí. ¡Claro que sí! Acá. ¿La gente quién es? Está buena la música, ¿no? Ok, ayudamos. O ayuda, mejor dicho. Ok. Bueno. Está bueno el sonido, me parece, ¿no? Esta es la del coso que usamos antes, ¿no? La de la gallina. Con el pollo, como le quieran decir. Es uno solo. Quiero... Sí, es esta, ¿no? No sé, me parece muy gracioso, pero no tiene nada de sentido. No tiene nada de sentido. Acá. Y acá, así. Muy bien. Me aparece otro de estos. Bueno, no pasa nada, porque tenemos esto. Acá, hacemos así. Tuki. Ah, ok. Bueno, tranquilidad. Vamos a tirarla a este. Está bueno el sonido, creo yo, ¿no? Les pido 1000 disculpas. Creo que no debía de focusar a este tipo. La verdad. Ok, perdí. ¿Estaba hecho para que pierda? Parece ser que sí, no lo sé.
Move carefully.
Ok. Ahí va.
Let me through.
Parece ser. Ok, este juega solo. O sea, no lo controlo. Hace lo que quiere. Historia. O sea, ok. Va a lo suyo. Quiero ultear con acá. Lo del pollo. Me parece muy gracioso. No tiene sentido. Hay un poco de reflexionar de lo que vamos de apreciar. Bueno. Bien, fin de la batalla. Ok, el otro tipo apareció de la nada. Sí, estoy bien. Pero lo que no está bien es el audio. No, yo caí acá. Bueno, no sé. Estaría bueno que se arregle el sonido. Que parece ser que no va a ser así.
Message not sent?
O
Why
sí, no
not?
lo sé, de la nada. O capaz que no era sin sonido esto, no lo sé. Mala señal.
Long range communication
Tal vez demolió la
technology is
estación base,
still
¿no?
improving.
Lo tranque.
Perhaps the presence of the Stellaron is affecting
Bueno, no
signal
sé si eso era
transmission.
así, si era con sonido, sin sonido,
Seem
no lo
like
sé,
it.
pero
Everything else
parece
is
que las cosas
working
están bien
fine.
ahora.
See?
Qué sé yo.
In that case, it looks like someone wants to make things difficult for us. Since
La
Kafka's
Silver
here,
Wolf.
I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be that Stellaron Hunter hacker girl's handiwork.
Ok. Objetos conseguidos. Ok, y tenemos ahora el sabueso percial zorro. Ajá. Bueno,
You've
no sé.
arrived.
Acá estamos. Siento haberte hecho esperar.
No, only an extra couple of hours.
Ok.
Stargazer Navalia is governed by the Artisanship Commission. It took me a while to sort out our paperwork. Just like at Cloudford, Stargazer Navalia's Meridian Pin has malfunctioned. The checkpoint there is abandoned, and the garrison is scrambling to locate the Stellaron. With monsters wreaking havoc and the night scattered, Stargazer Navalia has become a perfect place for the
So we've got a bunch of monsters to deal with, an IPC most wanted Stellaron hunter to catch, and we have to do all that on our own without reinforcements?
Básicamente.
Fair enough. This isn't our first rodeo. I was just making small talk. Never mind the details.
I wouldn't say you're entirely on your own. When you're ready, let's get going.
Ok. Nosotros creo que estamos listos.
Shall we, my benefactors?
Vamos. A movernos.
Now what's a hunt without a hound? Kafka is still at large,
Un
and
ayudante
the
que es.
Skyfaring Commission wants this problem to go away. I made a few calls and managed to procure this from the Artisanship Commission. Perfect for hunting down suspects.
¿Este qué?
Aw, he's so cute! I mean, what can he do exactly? Are we gonna set him loose on Kafka?
Yes and no. This is
Eating.
Deeting, a bionic dog developed by the Artisanship Commission. He has all the 5 senses of the Foxian race and takes them to another level. Be it tracks
Entonces.
or scent, as long as he uncovers a trace, he'll follow
Ok,
it all the way
perfecto.
to the
Básicamente
end.
es
All we
como
need to
para
do is
rastrear
look
las
for any
cosas en
trace
resumidas
left
cuentas.
by Kafka. It It doesn't matter how good she is at hiding. D-Ting will find. But before we get started, let's play with his settings a bit and get him ready.
¿Cómo?
To begin with, let's set him to scent detection mode. Tell D-Ting to follow the scent of my perfume and see what he can do.
Ah, D-Ting. Un perro golfo con la comisión diseñado. Me sigue.
We need to follow these sparkly traces to find Miss Ting-Yun, right?
Me sigue, ¿no? Mira.
She's not in a hurry, that's for sure. Playing hide and seek with us while Kafka's still at large?
¿No está? No, me sigue.
The traces. Where did they go? Is D-Ting malfunctioning? Got it. He says the wind is too strong here at the port, so it's not easy to follow the scent. That's just the psychic bond between cute girls and cute puppies.
Using the environment to hide her traces. Our girl from the Skyfaring Commission sure knows how to put up a challenge. Let's look around and see if we can find any other clues.
Or we could ask around? Look how busy this place is. Someone must have seen Miss Ting-Yun. That's not cheating, right? We're just collecting intel.
Bueno, incluso. A ver. Y acá parece haber algo. ¿Lo ves? Una tarjeta totalmente blanca y limpia con pájaro. Esto para ver el impreso en la esquina. Ok. Entonces, hay otra y allá hay otra. Acá. Me gustaría acá. Ok, buen consejo. No tirar basura. Acá hay una más. Acá.
Miss Ting-Yun must have left us these clues, right?
Parece ser.
Guaranteed delicious.
Deeding
está.
should be able to pick up her traces now.
Bueno, acá está, ¿no? O sea,
You found me. D-Ting's quite handy when it comes to tracking, isn't he? If you pick up traces of Kafka in Stargazer Navalia, just switch him on. Don't let her escape.
esta cosa. Porque dice cosa, pobre. Me sigue, ven. Bueno, entonces hay que venir para acá. A ver. ¿Qué tal esto? Imagino que nos faltará bastante igual, ¿no?
Would
Pero
have
bueno.
thought that Stargazer Navalia might become so quiet. Long were the nights when the clangor of hammers rose to meet the stars. People used to write poems about the shipwrights here. The Law Fu relies on the star skiffs produced here to transport people and goods. Now that work in the shipyard has stopped, our internal transport and outbound flights might also grind to a halt. Of course. The silver lining is, I don't have to go on as many trips anymore.
Ajá.
You don't seem to worry too much about the Xianzhou, Miss Ting-Yun.
I wouldn't say that. A good businesswoman doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. Besides, the Alliance has weathered plenty of challenges. We can handle this situation. Just to warn you, if we do run into Kafka, you'll have to do the fighting benefactors. I'd love to help, but there's very little I can do except cheer you on from the side.
¿No quieres participar en la batalla?
Not a lot of people out there could have fought the Mara struck like you did. I'm only a civil servant. I can't imagine what Kafka would do to me if I were caught in the fray.
Bueno,
We Foxians don't live as long as
¿Qué
the
sé yo?
Xianzhou locals, but I still want to enjoy the 100-odd years I've got left. You'd do the same in my shoes, wouldn't you? Besides, the Madam Helmmaster simply asked me to assist you in navigating around Starskiff Haven. It's no different to any other diplomatic mission or delegate reception. I was never much of a fighter, and I'm not one for risking my life either. Getting D-Ting into your hands is already beyond the realm of my job description.
I'll definitely be putting in a few words next time we meet Yukong.
ok.
Understood. We won't put you out of your comfort zone, Miss Tingyun.
Bueno,
When we run into Kafka, we'll do the fighting. And the capturing, for that matter. Thank you for showing us the way.
Before
perfecto.
D-Ting can start tracking, you'll have to feed him some leads.
Algunas pistas, como pistas.
If Kafka is hiding in Stargazer Navalia, she'll have left behind traces. Let's spread out and look for them. Leave no stone unturned.
Entonces activo esto. Flujo de la navegación. Ajá. Ok. Ajá. Bueno. Entendido. Ah, no, esta no es lo que tenía que hacer. Bueno, igualmente. Por acá. O sí, no entiendo.
Shards of a Cloud Knight's weapon. Something really sharp caused this.
Ok.
It must have been Kafka. She's got a scary sword.
Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering. High-end barge. The best choice for galactic.
Acá hay algo.
Immortal's Delight?
Immortal's Delight. This isn't a clue. It's just a brand of tea I like. 2 cups a day keeps the tiredness at bay.
I could do with a cup once we're done here.
Milk tea twins.
Hassle-free chartering.
Ajá. Como hay un bicho.
The best choice for galactic.
No parece ser lo que tenemos que hacer, pero... ¿Cómo paso por allá? Tengo que pelear contra este bicho, en serio, no me lo puedo creer. ¿Puedo simplemente pasar? Por favor. Gracias. Acá hay una cosa esta que no quiero. Bueno, no me interesa, mejor dicho. Ok, acá hay cosas. Ya hay bichos acá merodeando. Bueno, hablando de bichos merodeando.
What's this?
A jade seal used by the shipwrights.
Bueno, porque ladro
It opens
el
various passages.
este.
It looks like someone
Bueno,
used it
creo
and
que vamos a tener una
destroyed
cosa y nos
it.
van a atacar, así que...
Possibly Kafka.
¡Muévete! ¡Muévete! Para otro lo tenemos que ir igual. No, es que no
Where
quiero
are
pelear.
you going? Our priority now is to
Ok. Me quiero ir. Muy bien. Acá.
I know. Let's go and have a look.
¿Qué ves?
Is that a grenade? What's that on the side? It's lipstick. A small something for the lost. She's clearly taunting us.
We should have enough clues here to get Deeding on the move.
Ok. No, esto era lo que quería hacer. ¿Qué tenemos? ¿A dónde tenemos que ir ahora? Para acá.
No time
Okay.
to lose. Let's give him the scent and let him lead the way.
Ok.
I
Perfecto.
think we've rounded up all our suspicious clues. But did Kafka leave them behind on accident? Or on purpose?
Buena pregunta.
She sure did put a lot of work into this gag, and I think we're the punchline.
Yo también lo creo. No, no sé.
Making us run around like
Me parece que
jerks.
vaya a
I
ser
bet
así.
she's loving
Porque
this.
así
I
deje
can
las
almost
cosas.
hear her whispering.
Sin darse cuenta, creo. No sé.
Come and get me. Oh, why don't you go and marry her, huh?
Don't forget, she's on the IPC's most wanted list. A fugitive that nobody can seem to pin down. And now we've become her prey while she stalks us in the shadows. Let's go, benefactors. Time is of the essence. We must be close.
Ok. Bueno, acá tenemos un enemigo, igual la verdad que mucho valor no le vamos a ver. La bajamos, descendemos. ¿Qué ves? Lo de vida, imagino, ¿no? Para acá. Sin pelear. Esto me lo llevo. Estos son enemigos. ¿Dónde quiero ir? Allá tenemos que ir. ¡Ole! No quiero pelear, no quiero pelear, me quiero ir. Me quiero ir, compañeros, por favor, sean amables. Ok, tenemos esto, mal que mal. Muy bien. ¿Para dónde? ¿Para acá? Ok, bien. Bueno, esto lo deja así, me cuidado.
Scent. Where did it go?
When the trace of the hunted disappears,
Ay,
the hunter
¿esto?
better think twice.
¿Qué pasa?
It might mean the tables have turned.
¿Qué
Kafka.
hace acá?
These cloud knights aren't Mara struck. What did you do to them?
Just a little persuasion to get them to listen to me. But you know all about that already, don't you? What a hassle. This place is too far for the diviner. See you up ahead.
No entiendo. Bueno, peleamos contra esto, pero... No sé. Pero me parece muy pera que me caigan todos a lo suyo, ¿no? Bien. Truque. Ok, bueno, hace un rato no peleamos. También por estar esquivando enemigos constantemente, ¿no? Pero bueno. Ulti, chao, terminamos la pelea. Lista. Bueno. Genial.
Quick! Don't let her escape!
March, not so fast!
Calma, calma, calma. A buscar. No, por acá no. Esto sí, y nos vamos. Acá hay un coso, no lo quiero. Después lo pasamos a buscar. Tranquilidad, no quiero pelear. Acá está Kafka.
So close and yet so far. You'll have to pick up the pace.
¿Nos dolió?
There's no way through here. We need to think of a way to cut her off.
Don't worry about locked doors, benefactors. We can use the conveyor
La
belt.
cinta transportadora. ¿Cómo? Ahí se va, mira cómo se va. Ahí. No, no me deja. O sea... Esto. Entiendo, sí. Déjame saltar. O sea... Bueno, Kafka ya huyó, se fue. A ver. No se mueve a la derecha. Ah. Qué desastre. Vale. O sea, acá tenemos este cofre, pero lo que me interesa a mí la verdad que no es el cofre. ¿Por qué no pasamos por esto en todo caso? ¿Por qué no dejamos caer? Mira lo que es la caída. ¿Te puedes tirarla acá para llegar ahí? Por favor. Me da mucho toque. Ah, le podemos disparar. Buenísimo. No sé. Ah, igual puedo bajar. O sea, tengo que bajar por las escaleras. Lógico. Nunca lo había pensado. Bueno. Perfecto, ¿qué quieren que les diga? Ok, después pasamos a buscar todos los cofres y todo esto. Bichos, no queremos pelear, no queremos pelear, no queremos pelear, nos vamos, nos vamos, nos vamos. Esto lo tenemos que agarrar, estamos obligados a agarrar esto. Listo, muy bien, vamos por acá. Después volvemos, perfecto. Estamos en modo historia. No modo pelea. Después le rompemos la cabeza. Acá. Muy bien. Cuidado con esto, no queremos pelear. Unidad de control. Izquierda. Listo. Pasamos. Ok. Acá está Kafka, de vuelta.
Welcome, Astral Expressors. Looks like you caught me.
Esto es parte de tu plan.
Admit it, Kafka. You planned for us to come here.
I didn't plan anything. It was the future. We interfere on countless future possibilities and make the best future a reality. You speak too highly of us, Welt. The Stellaron Hunters are merely Destiny's slaves.
Best future? Best for who? As if you'd consider anyone but yourself.
If I said best for the universe, would you believe me? Best for me, naturally.
We're taking you to see the General of the Law Fu. You can profess your innocence all you like, but the General will decide your fate.
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. I can't stand moving
No sé.
into someone else's
Puede ser.
business.
Es así el personaje igual.
We don't have
Qué sé
much
yo.
time. If I were you, I'd make a move before it's too late.
¿Vamos a pelear? No me esperaba que fuéramos a pelear igual, lo digo en serio, pero bueno. O sea, a ver, era lógico, pero realmente creí que se iba a escapar ahora. No pensé que iba, o no sé. Bueno. ¿Podemos simular esto? A mimir. ¿Eh?
Let's be friends, shall we?
Para, que me acaba de atacar el propio personaje. Alguien... Ok, no puedo hacer esto en automático, perfecto. Ya estamos grandes, tenemos que jugar, listo. A ver. Yo si bufeo al personaje que me pegó a mí mismo, estoy troleando, me imagino. Porque si me vuelve a pegar,
Supposed to attack yesterday.
pienso yo, ¿no? Soy imbécil, listo. ¿Cuál problema hay? Ok, acá tenemos que atacar acá, sí o sí. Y acá vamos a adelantar el turno para que me vuelva a pegar mi propio personaje. Ah, no, porque ya está perfecto. Muy bien. Tuki, y acá a todos. Bien. Bueno, acá habíamos adelantado el turno y vamos a bufear la vuelta. No sé cómo será eso. Che, para.
Just in time. Just a little something.
Igual yo tengo el juego en inglés.
Resistance is timely.
O sea, no sé.
That's better. Your resistance is timely.
O sea, tengo el juego en inglés.
You'll pay for this.
Lo voy a matar a eso.
Something for everybody. Oops.
Me rompió la cabeza. Bueno, no pasa nada. Acá.
Choose me strike.
Así. Le damos a Kafka. Y acá hacemos esto así. Muy bien.
Better late than never.
Acá. Atención, Así. 3, 2. Y ahora tocamos el 1. Acá le damos la ulti. Acá potenciamos el daño y ya vamos activando la ulti. Bien. Es lo único que aprendí en todo este tiempo que estoy jugando con mi equipo. Más o menos ese es el combo. Perfecto. Y ahora cuando toque pegar, pegamos.
You'll pay for this. A decisive moment in the battle. Let's be friends.
Recupérate, hija.
Naughty child.
¿Me curó a mí? Bueno, se lo voy a curar a sí mismo.
Zoning out.
No la mates, por favor, que es mi fuente de daño principal. ¡Deja de pegarme!
This battle is
Por favor,
unavoidable.
A ver, si me llega a pegar con todas las cartas y yo soy tan imbécil que la sigo bufeando. O sea, no sé si me mata un personaje porque qué sé yo, pero... Ahí la recuperé. Pumba, media vida a todos. Me voy a curar, full vida, listo, ya está. Por la duda.
Better late than never.
Muy bien. Voy a bufear acá nuevamente.
You'll pay for this.
Acá, ¿por qué me sale Kafka? Bronia. Así. Suki. Hacemos esto, ahora sí podemos pegarlo. Incluso pegamos de vuelta. Espero no haberlo toreado, porque voy a curar acá. Bronia. Muy bien. Suki. Un cortito. No. Siempre que tengo los dados me la saca. No puede ser, bueno. No la voy a bufear. Voy a pegar acá. Tengo que curar. Y acá voy a curar. Así.
This battle is unavoidable. Troublesome. Let's be friends. Pay for that.
Watch your feet.
That hurt. Time for a shot.
La acciona, piba. Gracias. Voy a curar por las dudas. Mira, justo acá recuperamos los dados, así que bien.
resistance is timely. A thousand wonders to
No la voy a llegar a... Sí, voy a llegar.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Luck of the draw. Please. And... victory!
Ok, ahora no voy a trolear. No voy a trolear. Ya les digo que no voy a trolear. Y lo que voy a hacer va a ser hacer acá.
Pay for this.
Le voy a adelantar el turno a la Quincue. Y ahora que tire los dados, bien, al rival. Gracias. Perfecto.
Finally.
Ojo. Perdón.
Rudimentary. Your every move has been foreseen by the Omniscient.
¿Y esta quién es?
Fushun, Divination Commission. I'll be taking the criminal from here.
Ajá.
Greetings, crew.
No
of
entiendo nada.
Astral Express.
Pero bueno.
This
Buenas,
is our
¿qué tal?
first encounter. Though given that I have encountered you in Foresight, perhaps I should say the second. I am Fushun, Master Diviner at the Divination Commission and one of the 6 charioteers. Far-flung friends ought to be received with fine wine. But alas, the heavens, earth, and body are not aligned for such an occasion. You'll allow for a postponement of the usual formalities, I trust? We should begin with the matter at hand.
What the actual heck is she saying?
No. Creo que solo está presumiendo.
If the method of my speech is offensive to you, you need but say.
Ok.
We received an assignment from General Jing Yuan to arrest the Stellaron Hunter. Thank you, Diviner, for coming to our aid, but we must escort the fugitive to the General.
Essential. I hold a proclamation from the General here, if you care to see. Upon detaining the Stellaron Hunter, questioning and all further arrangements are to be undertaken by the Divination Commission.
Did the General just spare us a walk with Kafka? I knew he was a good guy.
Understood. However, the General promised that all intel would be shared with us. We have a right to know anything that Kafka divulges.
¿Verdad?
Oh? That guy. Can I go one day without him throwing me under the...
We won't make things any more complicated than they need to be. We just want to listen in on the questioning.
Very well. Urgency demands fluidity. The 3 of you shall accompany me to the Divination Commission.
Perfecto.
Can't we do the questioning here? The Stellaron hunters are slippery. What if she makes a break for it?
While I am here, she will not escape. Only the Divination Commission has the methods to make her talk and bring the truth to light.
Ok.
The time has arrived. We must depart. Please proceed. Let's disembark here, benefactors.
Ok.
I may live in relative seclusion, but I can recognize my own territory. Why did you bring us here? Does this look like the Divination Commission to you? No need to yell, Master Diviner. The Meridian Pin is malfunctioning, and I couldn't find the entrance to the delve. I wanted to get us straight to our destination, but this is the only place I could dock the star skiff. Look, Exalting Sanctum. This is a safe place. Let's just walk the rest of the way from here.
Ok.
Our hexagrammatic position is fluctuating between the Martian water trigrams. The vessel is stranded and the way is blocked.
I heard the Xianzhou can tell your fortune. Is that how they do it? Anyone can count
Muy
on their
raro,
fingers.
pero bueno. Qué sé yo.
That's been out of fashion for hundreds of amber eras.
I just performed some quick divination, and the hexagram is consistent with our current predicament. The star skiff cannot take us to the Divination Commission today. Alas, without me in charge to handle the Stellaron crisis, I dare not even imagine the kind of mess the Commission must be in.
It's true. The Divination Commission really can't go a single day without Lady Fu.
That's why you have to develop your talent pool. Otherwise, everything falls apart when you go on vacation.
El lore es medio raro,
Since you are
o sea,
clearly ignorant of the
como
Commission's
que
internal affairs, I shall absolve you of your
no sé cómo
ridiculous
decirlo.
remarks.
Como que somos parte de este grupo que va
I'm going
yendo
ahead to
como
make
de,
some inquiries.
¿cómo decirlo? De planeta en planeta. ¿Qué pasó fuera de joda? Y bueno,
The prisoner
ya
must
como que
follow me
salvamos
every step
uno,
of the
como que
way.
ahora estamos en otro por
This is Jingyuan's order.
muchas situaciones que se dieron y bueno, estamos
You might not wanna
justamente acá
hear
siendo
this,
de
but your
cebo,
general
si se
gave
puede
us his
decir así.
word. We have to be present when you question Kafka.
Y bueno, básicamente salvar a la humanidad.
You think too little of me.
Incluso me das cuenta.
My word is my bond. I will stick to my
El
promise
juego.
even if this delve collapses. That's very unlikely, by the way. To have this prisoner speak, the Commission must resort to unconventional means, the nature of which is confidential and cannot be disclosed. Forgive me, but I can assure you that the
O sea,
questioning will
el juego
not begin
general
until you arrive,
está bueno.
even if that means wasting
Muy bueno, de
precious
hecho,
time.
es decir.
I
Porque
have
tienen como
appointed
cosas
someone
que el
to wait
Genshin
for
no
you in
tiene,
front
la
of
verdad.
Exalting Sanctum Plaza.
Pero
Once we've consolidated our
en
internal
tanto a
affairs,
quizás
you will be brought into the Divination Commission.
acostumbrarme, y todavía no me
Please be
acostumbré
patient.
tanto porque, qué sé yo, todo como que muy nuevo. Estoy jugando hace...
We trust you.
Jugué tipo 3 días al principio y ahora volví ayer. Y como quiero sacar un personaje que no puedo sacar,
I think
no
I
consigo todavía,
offended someone
estoy
again.
tratando de hacer todo lo posible para sacarlo y una de las pocas cosas que me queda es esto, así que bueno.
You do it next
Pero bueno.
time. I'm tired of being the villain.
Don't take it to heart, March. Miss Fushen seems like a reasonable lady. I'm sure she's not angry with you.
Really? I thought she was pretty icy.
Unas personas son frías por afuera, pero cálidas por dentro. ¿Cómo? Bueno, estoy seguro de que eso es una fachada. No sé.
I don't know how to deal with people like that.
Okay, enough chit-chat. I reckon the Divination Commission could be a while. Let's take a look around.
A ver una vuelta.
That star skiff
Por
was
cierto,
cool.
no tengo la menor idea de qué
There must
estará
be
pasando con
loads of
Dan
interesting
Heng, ¿no?
things in
Está como a lo
Exalted
suyo
Sanctum.
ahí, no sé dónde lo encontramos más. Como que había estado por acá o bueno, en cierta zona y no está. Ok, a ver. Xinzhou.
Hey, fancy seeing you here. You never
Vamos a
asked
preguntarle un
what
par
the
de cosas.
Skyfaring Commission does. I suppose not all commissions are created equal. Anyway, if you must know, the Divination Commission is responsible for gathering intelligence, devising strategies, and performing divination.
Ok.
Oh no, Xianzhou divination is nothing like the superstitious scams you see elsewhere. It's based on a technology called the Jade Abacus. From navigation to governance, military issues to civil
Bueno,
affairs,
bien por
every
ellos.
decision on the Xianzhou must be reviewed by the Divination Commission to... Who knows? She tends to make decisions based on the results of her divinations, as if she doesn't want to reveal the Commission's secrets. Then the General entrusted the Master Diviner with the interrogation of the fugitive because He has faith in her ability to manage the situation. Why do you think Kafka surrendered at the mere sight of her back in Stargazer Navalia? Oh, did you want a tour of Exalting Sanctum? The last time I came here on a star skiff was, well, let me think, about 20 years ago now. I've been on the road for so long that I've started to forget the
Igual
sights
que
and
tan grande
sounds
ese
of
lugar,
Xianzhou.
o sea,
All I remember is
no sé,
that this is
como
a
que
good
no
place to while
termino
away the
de
days.
imaginar,
Still,
por así decirlo,
many
lugar
delves have changed beyond
en espacio, porque
recognition
como que
since
se va
the arrival of
dividiendo
the
en
Stellaron.
distintas cosas. No es tipo el Genshin que
If
está
you're
así
bored,
libre, digamos,
you
y
could go and
vas
find the
pasando. O sea,
messenger
sí,
from
vos
the
ves acá
Divination
todo esto,
Commission.
y decís, nada, es igual, pero qué sé yo, como que tiene un final, si se puede decir el lugar. Bueno, no sé. A ver, 7 de marzo, ¿qué
The
onda?
nature of which is confidential and cannot be disclosed. Oh, is that a Xianzhou motto or something? First the Skyfaring Commission, now the Divination Commission. They're all so secretive. The General's the only friendly face here. I hate to admit it, but I'm even starting to miss Sampo. Hold up. I must be losing my mind. Nope.
Ok.
I'll take the Xianzhou over that blue-haired boar any day. We've
Es
gone
crack,
from being
Sambo.
chased
¿Se imagina que
through
aparece
every
por
street
acá,
in
no?
Belobog to waiting on every corner in the Xianzhou. Chasing and waiting. Maybe that's what life's all about. I'm not just a pretty face, you know. I've got poetry on standby 24/7.
Ajá. Muy
Are
bien.
you wondering if the Xianzhou is my homeworld? No, I'm not getting any flashbacks. Please, do I look Xianzhou-ish to you? You must be thinking of Danheng. Good idea. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Clear my head of what?
When we confronted Kafka, she seemed certain that Fu Shen would show up. The leader of the Stellar Hunters is called Elio. No one knows who he is
Ok,
or what he
en
looks
teoría
like.
dijo que ibas a... O sea,
The
no
Interastral
sé.
Peace Corporation calls
No sé
him
qué tanto podemos confiar en
Destiny's
Kafka, la
slave.
verdad, pero bueno.
It's said that he has the power to
Si
foresee
está presente acá y
possibilities.
estamos también
According to
nosotros
Herta,
por algo
the
será también,
corporation
qué sé yo.
believes Elio can see the
No
temporal
sé qué buscará,
branching
pero...
of infinite possibilities, which is very much
Bueno.
like being able to predict the future. In fact, it may even be superior. If the rumors are true, every seemingly meaningless action taken by the Stellaron Hunters may actually be a choice based on those possibilities. Which would include what they did to you. I think that may be why the Stellaron Hunters won't leave you alone. Be careful. Every time a Stellaron Hunter appears, their objective may be to steer the direction of the future. Back to the matter at hand. Kafka.
Ajá. Su rendición parece tener una solución absoluta también.
Yes, it's strange for a fugitive to give themselves up, but a fugitive who can see the future? For her, perhaps that was the way it was always going to be. But is she really as calm as she seems? The future holds almost infinite possibilities, after all. I suspect she has proof that she has nothing to do with the Stellaron crisis. Or perhaps something is supposed to transpire during the
Es como que todo muy claro, porque básicamente nos incitó y nos trajo a este lugar, o sea, incluso guiándonos con sus propias cosas que iba dejando, o sea, como no sé, muy raro, digamos, a ella sí porque sí se puede decir, es todo muy rebuscado. Algo sabrá o algo tendrá pensado barra calculado, qué sé yo. Ok, a ver, por acá.
That's the plaza. But I can't see anyone waiting for us. Should we look around?
¿Qué pasó?
You shouldn't be wandering around on
Do
the
you
streets.
know how to fix
It's
a
not
star
safe.
skiff?
¿Y esto?
What's going on with it?
What is that?
Puma, patada voladora.
Give him this medicine! Make him lie down! I mean, make them lie down!
Bueno, vamos a pelear.
Let's be friends.
Ok, esto sí me lo dejan simular.
Becca,
Sí, qué suerte que tengo.
lend me your strength. My turn.
Ahora, todo calculado.
Nap time.
Tuki,
Lend me your strength.
de nuevo. Crack. Total. Total. A ver, ¿qué pasó?
That'll teach you a lesson. Ready to lie down now? Thanks for helping to stabilize the patient.
A los pacientes.
Your assertive sedation techniques are quite effective.
Assertive sedation techniques? Does she mean beating
Básicamente.
people up?
However, these Cloud Knights were already sick, and now they're injured too. I've got to bandage up their wounds, realign their bones. Ugh, as if I didn't have enough on my plate.
Ajá. Vas a tener que enseñarme algún diploma. A ver.
Where did you come from, little one? Is your dad around?
I don't have a dad.
What about your mom?
I don't have a mom either. I get it. You think because I'm small, I must be a runaway child. Welcome to the Xianzhou, my short-lived outsider friends. Appearances can be deceiving here. The Vidyadhara race is self-reincarnating. No mom or dad required. I've been studying the art of healing ever since I cast off my old shell. You're looking at a recognized, practicing, dedicated doctor.
Bellabog kids are making snowmen, while children here are writing prescriptions.
Things haven't been very peaceful in the Lawful recently. Make sure you don't...
Go running around, right? Well, your general gave us an errand, so I'm afraid we have to.
Well, seeing as you saved me just now, if you're unlucky enough to acquire any breaks or sprains, I'll treat you for free. As for medicine,
Ok.
I'll give you a
¿Qué oferta?
20% discount.
Eso no suena gratis.
Do you have any idea how many people in the Lawful are waiting for an appointment with me? You should count this as a blessing. If I hadn't left my purse at home, I wouldn't have to... Enough of that. I have patients to see.
Our little miracle worker seems very different from everyone else around. Don't you think, Mr. Yang?
So this is the Vidyadhara. I've only ever read about them. They're known as the Dragon Race.
Quiero escuchar qué dicen,
Not
bro.
hard to see
Va a ver.
why.
Ok. Bueno, ahora va. ¿No podemos llevar algo más? No. Estoy viendo ahí a esta gente. Ok. En teoría acá debería haber alguien.
I heard the knights affected by the evil. Don't scare yourself.
No. Gente no es, ¿no?
Everyone please remain calm. This is an announcement from the Realm Keeping Commission General Bureau. Exalting Sanctum is temporarily closing its borders and navigation routes. The details will be outlined in the official bulletin sent to your Jade Abacus soon. If you feel unwell, please report to the Realm Keeping Commission as soon as possible. Oh,
Okay.
we will be distributing a bag of protein rice and emergency medicine to each of you. You
Vengo a recoger los suministros. De nada.
please register with your Jade Abacus bracelet. Oh, you must be an outsider. I see. Please, sign here.
Ok.
I heard there's a problem with their Meridian pin. Some diviners and stargazers managed to escape the delve. Do you have friends trapped in the delve? If you're worried about them, find a divine. I want to say it's all in a day's work, but I've been here for 12 hours already.
Hay mediarlos. Mira. Por acá.
When it rains, it pours. The Artisanship Commission has its own issues. It sounds serious, too. Go and inform the Cloud Knights. See if you can... Oh, my apologies. I'm an orderly from the Realm Keeping Commission. Judging by your dress, you must be visitors to the Law Fu.
Sí.
Sorry, the Xianzhou is currently caught in unusual circumstances. But the Cloud Knights will resolve the issues as soon as possible. For safety reasons, please stay in your residence and refrain from going out for the time being. If the port is still open, I would suggest you take a boat to Starskiff Haven right away. Though, I heard the route may have been temporarily suspended. Oh, that reminds me. I have a friend with a star skiff and a travel permit. He could help you and your friends get over quickly. The price is fair and negotiable. What do you think? Well, now, you must be quite special. Hey, don't spread this around, but this isn't some small-scale maintenance drill. The General has sent the Cloud Knights to check for hidden dangers. You may not need it right now, but if there's any help I can give you, come to me anytime.
Excuse me, fella. Hold on a moment. It was only thanks to your help earlier that the Dragon Lady and those Exalting Sanctum residents got away unscathed. The Dragon Lady of the Alchemy Commission, Lady Bailu.
You mean the child? She's starting to sound like a big shot.
A friend in the Skyfaring Commission told me the General commissioned guests to deal with the troubles on the Lafu. You must be the guests. If you don't mind, I hope you can take the time to come to the Realm Keeping Commission. I'd like to talk to you about the issues Exalting Sanctum is currently facing.
Ok. Bien. Bueno. ¿Qué hacemos? Porque acá ya estamos haciendo otras cosas. Vamos una hora recién. Podemos continuar. A ver qué tiene para ese ángel. Ya sacó. A ver. Le preguntamos eso. Ok. Bando de las nubes. Bueno, aquí la historia de Ángel. Ok. Bueno, y tenemos estas cosas por acá. Bueno, vamos a continuar, creo yo. Vamos a estar un poco más, a ver. Me sigue un mensaje. ¿Qué tienes?
What does that mean? It's just a picture. Are we supposed to meet someone there? It's like one of those messages a kidnapper sends in a horror movie.
That's enough of that. Come on, let's go.
Ok. Bueno. Continuemos. Por acá nada. Bueno. Para acá, parece ser. ¿Con quién tenemos que verlo? ¿Con quién tenemos que quedar? Creo que es la gran pregunta incluso. A ver.
Hurry up, Qingque. We'll be fossils
Ah,
by
mira,
the time you're
la Qinkue, mira.
I heard there was a disaster in the Divination Commission's delve? I'm surprised you're in the mood to play right now, Qingque.
Even if the sky was gonna collapse on the Divination Commission, the Master Diviner would be there to hold it up. What she lacks in height, she more than makes up for in stamina. Anyway, I didn't come here just to play. She ordered me to wait here for our guests. Time is precious. I'm simply multitasking.
Ok. Veamos.
It's the place in the photo, all right. Is this a games parlor? What kind of problem can they possibly be facing?
Isn't this hand a problem? I have the worst luck. Oh, hi there! I can tell just by looking at you that you're the Divination Commission's guests.
Nos trajiste que solo para esto, ¿sabes cuánto tiempo estuvimos esperando? No querrás que la gran adivina se...
I know, I'm sorry. I was going to wait for you by the statue, but... Ah! Triplet! But folks from the Realm Keeping Commission descended on the area.
¿Cómo?
It's too loud over there now. Pass! Pass! So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be better to meet somewhere quieter? Four of a kind! And wouldn't that be more fun, too? Better to show you the real Exalting Sanctum and introduce you to a true Xianzhou pastime. Celestial Jade! Haha!
Ok.
Victory! Now that my wish has been fulfilled, there's nothing holding us back. Follow me, honored guests. I must apologize for your long wait, honored guests.
Entiendo que estaban jugando, bueno,
It wasn't too long.
a lo nuestro.
Seeing your enthusiasm for this Celestial Jade game has stoked my curiosity.
Vamos a subirlo.
I'm glad to hear it. You clearly have excellent taste. If you're interested, I can show you how to play. It's great fun.
Bueno, damos el dedo.
Look. Is that a...
It's an ancient tree. We call it the Ambrosial Arbor. It was once the Xianzhou Lafu's prized treasure.
I didn't know the Skyfaring Commission were history buffs. Not bad. Younger generations usually don't know much about it. It's said that the Ambrosial Arbor is an ancient remnant from when the Xianzhou roamed the ether. From a distance, it looks like half a tree stump. But according to records of the early nation, in its prime, it wound into the heavens, and from it celestial bodies hung.
Meaning?
It means the tree was as tall as the sky and stars hung from its branches.
So, how big was it? Bigger than the Express? Bigger than Herta Space Station? No, that can't be right. Stars hung from its branches. Then, how did it fit in the Xianzhou?
El equilibrio de la nave especial encajaría en la descripción, ¿verdad? Parece algo de un tren increíble.
Exactly. Let's just say it was bigger than your imagination. Anyway, it's just a legend. I see this view every day on my way to work. I'm kind of bored of it. Let's go.
Ok. No sé, gracias como habla Quincue. O como se diga. Pero bueno. Ok, vamos para acá. Pero es como que es gigante el lugar, qué sé yo, pero no sé. Hay muchas cosas. Ok. ¿Ven? Es muy claro todo, qué sé yo. Bueno, vamos bien para acá. A lo nuestro. A ver qué onda. Traba palabras.
Just a heads up, please don't go running off once we're inside.
Ajá. Ok.
Maybe the Master Diviner's guests, but she hates people who don't abide by rules and regulations. Oh, and people who ask too many questions, not to mention... Please, don't push her buttons.
¿Por qué está lleno de enemigos?
We're just here for the questioning. We'll leave as soon as it's over.
Se sale alto. Nos vemos. Adiós.
So strange.
Oh, let me guess, the gate isn't working?
I don't understand. It's never been locked before. And no one told me to take a key.
Ok.
Hey, I know the food here sucks, but that's no reason to shut the gate on our guests.
Are you really from the Divination Commission?
Es posible que te hayan despedido. Eso pasa a vender.
No way. She's already demoted me to managing the repository. What else does she want from me? There's no need to panic, okay?
Qué mal.
This isn't the only entrance into the Divination Commission. I know an emergency access.
Ok, a movilizarse, que si no nos terminamos peleando en la idea. A
You're
ver.
pretty sharp. Ugh, Stellaron corrosion. What's going on? Great. This gate won't open either. We've kept the Master Diviner waiting. No doubt she'll blame unreliable Xianzhou for messing up once again.
I knew I'd offended that diviner. That's why she sent this girl to help us.
Miss Xianzhou, if you don't mind, may I take a look?
Huh? Oh, no need. Actually, I was just being polite. I don't see why not. Let me show you. This thing is pretty fun.
A ver, ¿qué tenemos que hacer? Ok. O sea... ¿O cómo? ¿Así? No entiendo. O sea... Ah.
Wow, you're amazing, Mr.
Okay.
Yang. You handled that well for an outsider. I officially hand over the title of Keeper of the Loafing Gate to you.
Ok. Con título de...
Anyone here surprised? Anyone?
Here comes trouble.
Can't we run around to them for a change?
Ya lo llamo bastante. Que vale. Cero. Ulti de una y listo. No, justo estamos con el DPS que tenemos.
Now, lend me your strength.
No sé si hace falta hacer el ulti. Pero bueno.
Crush them.
Muy bien. Qué mal. Hecho. Ah, nada. Comprar enemigos. A lo suyo. ¿Cómo tengo que llevar? ¿Acá hay alguien? ¿Cuál es?
Wow, a rare honor.
No,
I meant Chinchua.
That's unfair. I'm working hard.
A rare.
are you?
Yes. If you want to see the mouse, they're short of hands.
Ok, bueno.
This is the Matrix of Prescience, a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal. It's the pride and joy of the Divination Commission.
We've heard the term Jade Abacus a few times now.
No.
Would you mind explaining what it is, Miss Xianzhou?
A Jade Abacus is just... a Jade Abacus. That's a good question, Mr. Yang. It might take me a minute to give you an answer. Let me think. The book, Glimpses into the Beyond, describes it as living jade engraved with symbols for divination into the unknown. Just like engraving a seal, the craftsmen of the Xianzhou Artisanship Commission carve faint symbols into pieces of jade and then insert them into machines to get them to operate according to a certain intention. Some jade abacuses are small enough to fit inside bracelets and jewelry. We put the bigger ones into instruments of calculation, so we can simulate the future and learn from the past. Take the matrix of prescience here as an example. As long as sufficient information is provided, it can answer questions on anything, from the evolution of natural phenomena to the metabolism of living things. They say the theory behind the symbols was handed down by Nous, the Wisdom Walker. The principles are so profound that in the Divination Commission, only the Master Diviner truly understands them.
Entonces es una computadora.
Seems like it, but Jade Abacus does sound a lot better. Besides, ordinary computers don't have cool backstories. Technology handed down from Nous. Huh. Even in Madame Herta's space station, I never saw anything related to Nous.
Anyway, don't dwell on names. As long as the machine works, what does it matter whether it's a jade abacus or a computer? Just like today, would it have mattered if Baichue had brought you here instead of Qingchue? It makes no difference at all. We're almost at the Matrix of Prescience core. The Master Diviner should be waiting.
Ok. Bueno, por acá. A ver. Futuan.
Diviner Fu, how are things progressing?
We're fluctuating between the heaven and thunder trigrams. A step forward bridges no distance hence.
And for those who don't speak Fushen?
It's an utter disaster. How's that for a divination commission?
Nos entendemos ahora.
The matrix of prescience has stopped operating, and the symbols have dimmed. There are Stellaron spirits wreaking havoc inside the commission, and the Cloud Knights are struggling to protect civilians. I want to restore the matrix of prescience, but I have no forces available. And on top of all of that, General, we still have to deal with the Stellaron hunter you handed to us. If that's not an utter disaster, then I don't know what is.
But you're Fushen, the seer. The boundless, omniscient. Bringing luck and avoiding misfortune is your strong suit, isn't it?
You don't need to flatter me, General. It's natural for fortune to fluctuate. There's no escaping it. The Divination Commission simply does its best to uncover the good and the bad and then make the right decisions. We have no magical means to turn the tide.
And that is precisely why we need you in charge. When it comes to handling clairvoyant Stellaron hunters, who better than Fushen the Seer? As for reinforcements, you didn't think I'd be unprepared, did you?
No sé por qué siento que son como las 9 de la noche y son las 6:30. Todo muy raro, pero bueno.
Master Diviner, I brought you
Hace mucho tiempo esta.
Though
No me jodas.
wasn't your order I received. So, General, even guests are on the payroll these days?
Well, since they're here already, I may as well make use of them.
Okay.
Entering the Matrix of Prescience without my permission is a breach of protocol. Would be an ungracious thing to say in the present circumstances. I admit I'm pleasantly surprised to see you here.
O sea que.
Qingchue is often unreliable, but she comes through for us when the need arises.
Tareas de tener nuevos ayudantes. Pensé que no ibas a acompañar afuera.
It's nice to have people I can entrust with difficult matters. I'm not like the General, and you don't even belong to my commission. I certainly won't be bossing you around.
No need for the formalities. We heard what the General said. If you need something from us, just say the word.
Very well, then I'll keep this brief. The Divination Commission is currently understaffed. I need your help to restart the Matrix of Prescience's space terminals. And eliminate the Stellaron spirits along the way.
¿No estaremos violando los secretos de Xianzhou en el proceso?
Qingchue will accompany you. She'll be in charge of restarting the terminal. As for eliminating the spirits... Psst. I hath divined our future. We are destined to be errand runners. Forever.
¿Y qué es la palabrita mágica?
What? Which magic word?
The universal one? Please?
Claro.
Oh. Please.
Good enough.
Me sirve. A ver.
Xinzhou, restarting the base terminals will be your responsibility. Oh, and forget everything you saw and heard just now.
Ok. ¿Y cuál?
Is this what I get? No reward and a bunch of extra work? The Master Diviner wants me to restart the Matrix of Prescience's base terminals.
Es tu momento de gloria.
I worked so hard on getting transferred to the repository. It's the best place to slack off and be invisible. Now I actually have career prospects. This is terrible. If I screw it up, they might fire me. But if I get it done right, they'll send me more work. I'm gonna ask more questions next time. I could be playing Celestial Jade right now.
Ok.
It's been a while, my astral guests. Thanks to you, the Lawfu has successfully brought Kafka to justice. I am truly grateful. There hadn't been a single Stellaron hunter arrest since the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation issued their bounty. This is a victory for the Xianzhou. How can we compete when our paths diverge? The Alliance has taken an oath to hunt down undying abominations, while the IPC is dedicated to their preservation. Still, it's a pleasure for me to be able to say that the Xianzhou has captured a criminal wanted by the IPC. Still, at present, Kafka has no intention of speaking, and the Stellaron hunter's motives remain unknown. We must rely on the power of the Divination Commission to unearth the truth. Unearth the truth? You mean interrogate Kafka with the Matrix of Prescience?
Precisely. The Matrix of Prescience is the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon. It was originally used to calculate navigation routes and predict future events. But the secrets of the Stellaron hunters cannot remain hidden any longer. I have no choice but to move beyond conventional protocol. We must use divination to ascertain Kafka's intent. Everything hinges on restoring the Matrix of Prescience, which is why I would like you to help Diviner Fu complete the setup. I am eternally grateful for your assistance.
Ok. Pantalla cambiante. Ajá, ok. Muy bien. Qué flashero, ¿no?
Let
Acá
me
hay algo.
see. This is the temporal terminal. Observes the potential of the temporal plane. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to time.
Fácil.
That should do it.
What? You just matched up those symbols. Is that it?
The more complex something is, the more important it is to keep it simple. Don't you think?
If it's so simple,
Tiene
why
mucho
didn't your
sentido.
master diviner come and do it herself?
Maybe deep down she just wants to be lazy once in a while. Like me.
Banco mucho quien cueve, ¿eh? Pero hasta ahí. Bueno, a ver, volvemos para acá, imagino. ¿O no? Voy para allá. A ver. Ajá. Claro, pero... Ajá, qué problemón, ¿no? Me la estoy complicando mucho, ¿no? Creo yo que sí. Oh no, ahí vamos. Perfecto. Muy bien. Teletransportamos. Si quiere el juego. Gracias. Bien. ¿Y acá qué hay? Más allá de esto.
This must be the Karma Terminal. They say this terminal is designed to establish the causal relationships between objects.
Ah, bueno. Fácil.
Done. Next.
Tiramos esta por acá. Muy bien. No sé qué estoy tratando de hacer. O sea, sé lo que estoy tratando de hacer, pero no me sale. No soy capaz de comprenderlo. Ahí está. Perfecto. Me costó un montón, pero... no sé. Bueno. Vamos a ver el transportamos. Muy bien. Pero... no quiero pelear, la verdad.
What the heck is this? It looks like a walking gate.
Take it easy. There's nothing supernatural on the Xianzhou. It's an arumaton. It's guarding the matrix of prescience. They're stationed at various strategic places.
I feel like it needs a sign saying mortals forbidden or something. Are you sure it won't fly into a rage if we walk past it?
We're here by order of the Master Diviner to restart the matrix of prescience. Friends, not foes.
Passage prohibited.
March! You should join the Divination Commission. Quick, do something!
Marian.
We're in trouble now.
Fight as one! Please, and... victory! Now time. Trunks, lend me your strength. Take off. My turn. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Nap time. Talk. Drop some. Yeah! Fight as one! Please, and... victory!
Perfecto. Muy bien.
We shall take back what we lost.
Acá.
Let me guess. Time, karma. I bet the next terminal is energy related.
Darn, the spatial terminal. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to space. You probably could have guessed that.
Bien. También fácil. Muy bien. Perfecto.
Ugh, we did it. All 3 terminals activated. Let's go back to the core and report to the Master Diviner. Well done, all of you. I can sense the matrix of prescient symbols re-illuminating. Now, to interrogate Kafka. Those of you in the core may feel a few impacts. Are you ready?
Listos.
Is this really necessary? I said I'd cooperate with you.
I have no interest in the words of wanted criminals, especially those skilled in the art of manipulation.
Hola.
So, say what you will. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. The Divination Commission has ways of extracting the truth, and they're far more effective than a conversation.
Then please, Master Diviner, witness my destiny.
Ok. ¿Qué pasó?
That's why you're here? All for that?
Well, not what you were expecting.
¿Se convirtió en Super Saiyan? ¿Qué onda? ¿Vamos a pelear?
I can't believe it. But the Matrix of Prescience cannot be wrong. Kafka has nothing to do with the Stellaron, but you... It's you. I'd never have thought it. Ask her yourself. Take as long as you wish. I must report this to the General immediately. Please excuse me.
Ajá. Ok, entonces.
You go ask her.
Bueno.
I know you still have many questions for Kafka yourself.
Habla con Kafka solas. Bueno. ¿Qué hacemos? Vamos a tratar de seguir ahora. 7 de marzo.
You go. I don't want to talk to that woman. Be careful, though. Don't get... Huh.
Welt.
If there are questions you want Kafka to answer, then go.
Perfecto. A ver.
Hi. You haven't changed a bit. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state.
No actúes como si fueran amigos, te encuentras en esta salida de la nada. No parece que te encuentres realmente en un estado tan penoso. Digamos.
Really? Well, that's good. I wouldn't want to affect your image of me. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me.
¿Cuál es tu objetivo?
Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail. Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer? Xianzhou's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved.
Okay.
Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Xianzhou. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Xianzhou and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Luofu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Xianzhou. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the General, presumably to inform him of this fact. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces
¿no?
of
No me acuerdo cómo se llama.
information from
Pero bueno,
me.
regalarlo.
He
No sé
foresaw
si ya
the
para el día de mañana,
Divination
creo.
Commission using the matrix of prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Xianzhou Alliance to know in this moment. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Xianzhou Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here? We're here for you.
¿Por qué? Por nosotros.
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the matrix of prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the matrix of prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Xianzhou. In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. That's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Luofu and achieve something important for the Xianzhou. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance. And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Luofu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the
Ok.
most critical moment,
Eso lo puedo llegar a
the
entender.
Xianzhou will offer you their help. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Xianzhou?
Que terminan ganando
Quite
ellos,
the
no
plot
entiendo.
twist, don't you think?
Claro, porque intentas ayudarlo, no entiendo.
Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook the Destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of Ionic proportions. Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon.
O miniatura.
You know,
Ok.
even eons can be killed.
Mientras tanto, Danger, lo suyo. ¿O no? ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Algo. Bueno.
Hey,
Básicamente.
Rocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That eon was slain at the hands of another eon.
I don't understand. They're all eons. Why do they want to fight?
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaoshe the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
¿Cómo?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin.
Ajá.
It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. Ah, I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes. Coffins.
In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the returning. As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again. My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true. What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life. But for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants. Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Yes.
Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand. Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
Bueno, no me dejan irme acá. Así vamos a continuar. Tengo que ir por acá. De la historia. Acá tampoco me deja. Ok. Tenemos que ir explorando con Danheim por todas partes, parece ser. Ok. Vamos a continuar un poco más. Vamos a saltarnos toda esta parte. Este es otro personaje que hay por acá. Bueno, ya nos metimos.
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough. Let's go.
Estamos armando un lindo equipito, ¿no? Acá también de este lado.
Fighting is meaningless.
Ok. Vamos a ver básico. Vamos a tirar esto. Este juega solo básicamente. Vamos.
Receive divinity. Eternal.
Azul, tío. Hizo lo que quiso. Joder, solo.
No
Ah, lo que
interest in
quiera.
conflict. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
I am.
Miss, are you okay?
What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
My motor is broken. I
Como
can't
con la
move.
marioneta. ¿Dónde?
Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet.
Okay.
I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission?
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me.
A ver esto. ¿Qué le va a
You
hacer?
might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Ajá.
Huh. Curious.
How... oh, what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous. If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wakespan might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
Come with me.
Ok. Bueno, sigamos acá.
I've never seen anything like it.
A ver. Volvemos a hablar de esta, pero tanto la comisión de adivinación.
You know, even eons can be killed.
¿Tu plan es matar a un eón? Matar a un eón, los humanos no tenemos ese poder. ¿Cómo podríamos matar a un eón?
Is it so unthinkable? There are many stories about fallen eons. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can perish known to humanity.
A ver.
1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated by Xipe the Harmony. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, The Xianzhou Alliance travels the universe exterminating abominations cultivated by the abundance. So, the Xianzhou too are engaged in this process. I don't know. Akavili's disappearance was very mysterious. Noose is probably the only one that can answer that question. After all, Droid Head knows everything. What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you.
Solo por curiosidad, ¿no? ¿Qué sé yo?
Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun.
A ver, ¿qué pasa aquí? Es el árbol de antes que nombraron. Aparece Blade.
Let's go, Bladey. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you?
Ok. ¿Dónde hay que ir? Bueno, por acá. Ok, estamos apurados. Así que, por favor, avancemos.
Wasn't this the dead tree Qingque showed us earlier? How did it grow all of a sudden?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even the long-lived might not witness something like this in their lifetime.
¿Qué le pasa a esto?
I'm so lucky.
Such extraordinary energy. It's the Stellaron.
Mr. Yang, do you mean the Stellaron is making the ambrosial arbor grow?
Yes, the Stellaron the Cloud Knights are searching for must be causing this anomaly.
¿Qué hacemos acá? Esto. Ah, ok, buenísimo. Primero principal, ¿no? Podemos... Bueno, esto ya está grande. Tenemos un punto acá. Zona segura. Ok. A ver acá qué onda.
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of Prescience.
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. The logic you have laid out concerning Kafka makes sense. It has helped me to fill in another piece of the puzzle. I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Someone managed to sneak it onto the ship. As for the culprits behind the Luofu's internal strife, I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. That shadowy organization of the denizens of abundance.
Okay.
Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicions.
General, when did you have these suspicions?
The moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed themselves. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter, and only another Eon Emanator would be capable of sneaking onto this ship without my knowing. We are dealing with an external threat. The Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship. and yet it bypassed both the seat of divine foresight and the shackling prison. There is forethought here. Our enemy must have had access to Luofu intelligence for things to unfold in this way. It is evident now. The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade, it was clear to me. But why is he here? And why did he draw the Astral Express? That piece of the puzzle still eludes me. Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group. Such lengths to get the Xianzhou and the Express onto the same track.
General, we must retain all urgency. The Ambrosial Arbor.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high and low. The traders have planted it in the Ambrosial Arbor's delve, thereby causing the tree to grow once again. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus couldn't hold off any longer.
Every crisis is a turning point. A problem is easier to resolve when you know where it lies. Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready, Master Diviner.
From my perspective, convening the Cloud Knights is our immediate priority. We must head into the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor, expel the Stellaron spirits, and prevent the Arbor's resurrection.
As ever, the Master Diviner's omniscia provides for the fastest solution. However, sometimes speed is not everything. I have known the Stellaron's location for a while now. So why have I held back our forces?
General?
Well?
You're a scoundrel.
Pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move now, which means the Cloud Knights have the situation under control and the traders have run out of patience. Now is the time to capture them all in one fell swoop.
You've been sitting on that this whole time? How will you justify the losses if something goes wrong, General?
Please, Lady Fu, I still have forces to deploy. We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to bring us together with the Astral Express. How could I look the other way?
Okay. Más encargo.
The General's smiling again. Definitely errands.
It's my fault. I had higher expectations of the General. Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. Since when did we run out of people on the Luofu? Why are you staring at me? Do I need to remind you, General, that the Ambrosial Arbor's access point is a closely guarded secret? Allowing Outworlders would be...
A violation of the rules and regulations. I would like to remind you, Lady Fu, that the Xianzhou comes before its rules and regulations, all the more so in times of crisis. As such, I am about to make a decision that runs counter to those rules and regulations. Oh, Lady Fu, I hereby issue you with the military tally. The Cloud Knights will be under your control. You will act in concert with the other forces in the approach to the Ambrosial Arbor through the Alchemy Commission delve.
Under... my control?
You've been eager to discover for yourself what it is to be a general, have you not?
You've never given me the opportunity, and now suddenly... Understood.
Okay.
As you wish.
Well,
as for our astral friends, I hereby formally welcome you all to join our operation to seal the Stellaron. Lady Fu will deploy the Cloud Knights, but I would like you to set off in advance. Take a shortcut through the Artisanship Commission and convene with Lady Fu further down the line.
Órdenes recibidas, mi general. Okay. O nos paga o nos ponemos en huelga. Banco.
Understood. Understood, worry not. I know how to repay a favor. The Xianzhou has met with a dramatic chain of events, and each of you has chosen to stand by us. Your fearlessness moves me. Nevertheless, the enemy is upon us and time is of the essence. Let us not allow monetary affairs to cast a shadow over more pressing matters. Once catastrophe has been averted, we shall discuss this in greater detail. Miss Tingyun, I would like you to continue to serve as a guide for our astral friends.
Oh, of course, General. I am duty-bound.
Bueno.
The Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape delves are adjacent to the Ambrosial Arbor Seal. It is an ancient artifact that was planted on the Xianzhou Luofu by Yaoshe, the Eon of Abundance. As the ancestors of the Luofu people consumed the fruits of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained endless lifespans.
Oh, sounds like an amazing treasure.
Yes.
Bueno,
It was also the
estamos más de
bane
2
of
horas,
everything
pero
to
si lo
come.
corto por acá va a ser medio un cortamambo, porque
As
imagino que estamos a nada del
outsiders, you are
final.
unfamiliar
Quiero
with the
creerlo,
history of the
imagino,
Xianzhou.
espero,
I cannot blame
deduzco.
you for asking a question like this. Long ago, before the Xianzhou took to the skies, our ancestors lived on the surface of a planet. There was a time when the ruling emperor could not bear his temporary existence.
Did he...
Yes.
O sea, todo esto más agregado a la parte anterior que logramos
He
en el video de
succeeded
antes,
because, after an
que también era
arduous
como
journey,
1 hora más o
the
menos, así
9
que
ships eventually
dura
witnessed
bastante
the
esta misión, en
manifestation of a god.
resumen, o esta parte de la historia, como le quieran decir.
Sound so bad. The Xianzhou people went on a great adventure and got what they wanted in the end. Right?
Oh? Our ancestors once thought so too, but the miracle of longevity was nothing more than a vain dream. Take the Luofu, for example. Immortality seems like a beautiful thing. But what followed was population expansion and diminishing resources. In the struggle for survival, the immortals lost their humanity and degenerated into mere beasts. After paying the price with blood and tears, the Luofu people finally understood that immortality was not a free blessing, but the beginning of a cruel ordeal. In the eras that followed, other beings that had likewise received Yaoshe's blessings repeatedly attacked the Xianzhou in an attempt to take the sacred artifact as their own. Countless atrocities were committed as a result. Many Xianzhou comrades who were lucky enough to survive the wars became stricken with Mara. Had it not been for the enlightenment and protection of the Rainbow Arbiter. At this point in the story, I assume you understand the disasters that the resurrection of the Ambrosial Arbor might bring about? Thousands of years have passed since the Rainbow Arbiter felled the Ambro. Most in the Xianzhou regard the Arbor as nothing more than the stump of a dead tree. Our ancestors placed the stump in full view of the people precisely to make it seem unimportant. But in fact, they sealed it behind layers upon layers of delve enchantment. Someone brought a Stellaron into the Xianzhou and planted it among the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor. They wished to resurrect it and achieve their hidden goal through external aggression.
Okay.
In my opinion, the force that provided the Stellaron and the force that activated it have different objectives. I have asked Fu Shen to open a shortcut to the Divination Commission for you.
I thought I might be relieved of my guiding duties once the Divination Commission affair was over. Who would have thought the General would take such a liking to you? I suppose I must accompany you further.
Vamos a hablar con toda
You
esa gente, a ver
have
qué onda.
quite the sense of humor, benefactors. I've encountered
Creo que
more
vamos a hacer
trouble
un
with you
corte.
than I have
Ya
with the
les
merchant
digo de
fleet in
antemano.
10 years. I just hope everything is smooth sailing from now on.
Porque llevamos más de 2
Look
horas
after
y
me.
no sé cuánto
I
tenemos todavía
understand.
para hacer, así que
The
nada.
Luofu is in danger, and members of the 6 commissions should stand united. You did save my life at Cloudford. The General said there are traitors aboard the ship. But only someone from the 6 commissions could bring the Stellaron into the Xianzhou undetected. I am saying nothing of the sort. Just raising a doubt, that's all. You want to leave straight away? Let me pack some things.
Ooh, that was scary. I was having a snack in the repository when the ambrosial arbor started to grow. The trunk suddenly shot right up into the sky. Such is life, full of surprises. That's why you gotta seize any opportunity to take a break. It'll be fine. Even if the sky collapses, we have the Master Diviner with us to hold it up. Oh, and now we have the General here too. What do subordinates like us have to panic about? Let the big shots worry about the big events. That's the secret to happiness. She did. She saw me on her way over. She told me to go to the repository and read up on anything related to the ambrosial arbor. A simple task like that is only 15 minutes work for me. I heard people say even the General has to watch his manners when asking you for help. I was gonna wait for the Master Diviner to get off work so I could show you around and teach Mr. Yang how to play Celestial Jade.
Your kindness is much appreciated, Miss Qingque. As for Celestial Jade,
así es.
We'll have to leave it for next time.
I know, you've got an important task ahead. Sorry to keep you. Priorities are priorities. Well then, get back safely. Remember to come find me in Exalting Sanctum.
Bueno, voy a hacer un poco cortado porque llevamos más de 2 horas. Así que no sé cuánto podamos más continuar, lo digo en serio. Pero bueno, para que no se alargue mucho más lo que es este video, porque ya está durando un montón. Lo quería hacer más o menos corto y llegamos hasta esta parte. Así que nada, lo voy a dejar por acá. Así que nada, gente. En todo caso, ya saben, continuación en la descripción. Creo que llegamos a la parte quizás más interesante, más importante, porque quizás estemos a nada de finalizar, pero como no lo sé, bueno, veré. Nada. En todo caso, nos veremos en otra. Espero que les haya gustado, espero que les haya servido. Y bueno, vamos a ver cómo continuamos con esto. Pero por lo pronto, hasta la próxima. Adiós.